When I was going through breast cancer, one of the first stresses, obviously besides the diagnosis, was what is this going to cost? How will my clients be impacted? And more importantly, how would I be able to compensate myself for time away from the office? In the beginning of my treatment, a lot of my appointments, my blood levels were not well enough for me to even go to work, much less get out of bed. So a lot of the initial stress beyond my diagnosis was how was I going to keep my business afloat? Hi, I'm Jessica Williams, and I am a small business owner here in Clayton, Missouri, called Institute for Health and Wellness. One of the most important things for me is to promote wellness, and I actually found my diagnosis by doing my own breast exam. My physician is an OBGYN, and initially getting diagnosed, I think one of the scariest things was going into a doctor's office and not knowing what expenses would be there. Throughout this time, I've always had health insurance. I've never had a child. I've never been hospitalized in my entire life. And to finally get this diagnosis and get hit with $4,000, $8,000 bills every time you go to the office, it's surprising because I don't have a supplemental insurance. As a single woman, I think that this is a very important topic because the only options that were offered to me was financial aid at the hospital. And that financial aid I did not qualify for because of the money that I made last year. So here I am with these bills and no relief. I don't have any paid time off because I'm self-employed. I don't have any co-insure. It's just surprising to me the amount of money that I've paid into the insurance system. And now that I finally do need my insurance, I have literally no options outside of applying within small community type of charities. I feel bad as a business owner doing that, but I've been unable to work 37 out of 40 days. Just my white count was too low, and the risk of getting myself sick, I just couldn't do it. So far, in terms of coping, I think you just have to take it one day at a time. I have talked to my provider and he has agreed to keep me. As of January, my new insurance that I applied for, it has a little bit better. It has a lower deductible, but still beginning January 1, I was hit with a brand new, $5,000 deductible. And of course your first chemo takes care of that, but they do expect payment or they will transfer you out of network, which is extremely scary when you're in this process and they tell you could lose not only your provider, but upcoming I have a surgery and I'm going to be out of commission for 4 weeks, not able to drive or take care of myself. So it's really scary, I think. And the only thing that I've been able to do coping wise is talk to my mentor, Beth, and talk to the ladies in Faith Through Fire, including Alicia, and they have offered other ways to apply for financial aid. I just think at this point we need to come together and find a way to surround these working women and really say, what can we do for people who are out there and trying to build up the community and work their small businesses, but still cannot, provide for themselves financially. My father has stage 4 cancer. It wasn't an option for me to turn to my parents. And at this age, I'm 49, I wouldn't want to do that anyway. I think that the good news is having hope and talking to my friends through Faith Through Fire, you know that you'll just get through this and you can only do as much as possible. By the grace of God, I've been not hospitalized throughout this process, but I still think that we really need to find a support system and a way to lift these women up who are out there trying to brave work every single day. I think my best advice would be, besides taking things one day at a time, is to tap into your local Facebook groups. I have had people tell me that there are women's groups. I definitely talked with Alicia and found that you can reach out to people. I think that we need to just try to get through it day by day. Talk to your provider, ask them for what advice they have, and honestly just put your trust in God and continue to march even if you're scared. Beyond diagnosis, the financial burden has been my biggest stressor, but I just know that at the end of this, hopefully we can find some solutions instead of add more problems to people who are already sick.